Stetson, phenomenal job today, 25-12, big bag of fish. The biggest thing we've noticed this week, you know, to really kind of separate yourself, you need that big bite, which you've been running into.
Well, I think it's just covering a lot of water. You know, Michael Neal knows this lake better than anybody in this tournament, especially in this top 10. But for some reason, I think there's other places that these guys have missed that those big ones are moving through, and I really feel like it's just because there's a lot of little subtle places that get like 1 and 2 and 3 fish on them, but they're really big ones. And if I can find a spot that's got 2 or 3 real tight together, it seems like one of those fish will eat. And that's how I've been able to catch those big ones.
Okay. And is this all stuff you're running that you found in practice, or during the tournament are you idling any new water?
All of it. I've caught some that I found in practice and haven't got to fish the last 2 days because of boat pressure.
Okay.
I've caught some where I caught them in practice. I caught some where new places, just idling new water. It's a really, really neat deal to be able to be on a lake where you can go and say, I don't have anything, I'm just going to go idle and find new ones and catch 25 pounds. But that's kind of how it works. But,
okay.
You know, one of the problems in the first 2 days was guys, you know, they might have only found 1 or 2 places, so they were camping on a spot to make that 10 grand check, and I totally understand that. But now, the top 20 day, those guys aren't out here, and I actually caught 3 or 4 of my better fish off places that guys camped on all day.
Really?
It just allows those fish to school back up in those groups and get tied again where you can catch them.
Is it solely an offshore thing for you this week, or are you going shallow at all?
That's kind of a tricky term because some of the places I'm catching them are shallower.
Okay.
But they're still offshore. So I'm fishing offshore 100%.
Okay.
But it's just some of the bars are shallower on top, some of it's
like 7-8 feet? How shallow are we talking?
10 to 12 on top of them.
Okay.
So not real shallow, but just shallow for
comparative to what a lot of other guys are doing. For you, is it any combination of baits? Do you have it dialed in to the point where you know, I could pull up to this spot and I can throw one bait and I'll get a good one on it?
Well, not really, because yesterday I caught my biggest fish on drop shot. Today it was on a crankbait. The first day it was on a spoon. It's just a mixed deal. I'm just trying to run areas and kind of figure out throughout the day which technique is best to maybe trigger a big bite. And if you kind of get dialed into that as the day goes, because it could be totally different again tomorrow. One thing that I haven't caught them on is a swim bait yet, so I'm thinking maybe tomorrow the swim bait might be the deal.
So basically every day you kind of have to start almost fresh, right?
I do.
You got to kind of forget what happened yesterday and just go back out?
Because you know you've got to go catch those giant bags, and if you think about that too much, you just spin yourself out when you're sitting there at 10 o'clock and you've got 3 little ones, because that's what's happened to me. The first day it happened, yesterday it was pretty late when I caught them. Today I got that big one, fortunately early, so it kind of settled me down, but it still wasn't that easy to do it. You just got to stay confident and stay focused.
For the duration of this week, have you noticed any kind of a feeding period that you can pull up and get bit? Or a lot of guys have said, it's just hitting enough spots, and it doesn't really seem to matter whether there's current or not. If I just pull up on the right place at the right time, I'll catch some good ones.
I think it is timing, but current helps for sure here, without a doubt, because there's so few places those fish to get. When they get beat on and people run over them back and forth, I just think they scatter. So being able to have a little current to keep them kind of sucked to the structure and to those points and stuff helps a lot, but it is timing 100%. I pulled up to a spot this morning at about 9 o'clock, had 3 little fish, caught that giant. Just the timing. I never caught another fish there the rest of the day, so who knows what'll happen.
Well, man, you're only one good fish behind the leader right now, and I mean, a 30-pound bag in and out of the question tomorrow, so good luck to you, Stetson.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.